Hello, I'm Cashman. Let me show you how money really works.
Most people don't lose money in business because of bad ideas. They lose it before they even start. And that mistake can quietly cost them thousands every single year. And it comes down to one decision most people rush through in 10 minutes. Their business structure. Because the structure you choose doesn't just organize your business. It controls your taxes, your risk, and how much money you actually keep when everything is said and done. In this video, you'll learn the 6 business structures that shape your financial future, and how choosing the wrong one can quietly drain your income without you realizing it. Later in this video, I'll show you the structure most people think is smart, but is actually the reason they stay stuck paying more in taxes year after year. Miss that, and you could spend the next decade working harder just to keep less. Most people think they're starting a business, but what they're really doing is locking themselves into a system they don't understand. They go online, click a few buttons, and just like that, it feels official. But that system will either work for you or slowly work against everything you're trying to build. And the worst part? You won't feel it immediately. You'll feel it later, in your taxes, your stress, and your lack of growth. So let's break down what you're really choosing. Are you building this the right way? Level 1, the invisible risk. Most people start with. Before LLCs, before corporations, most people start in the most dangerous position possible. No structure at all. That means if something goes wrong, legally or financially, it doesn't hit a business. It hits you. Your savings, your home, your future. Everything is exposed. One lawsuit, one bad deal, one mistake, and everything you've built gets hit directly. The problem is, early on, the sun is still shining, so people ignore the risk until they can't. And by then, it's already too late. The first move of someone serious about wealth isn't making money, it's protecting it. Are you exposed right now? Level 2, the LLC. Protection without optimization. This is where most people go next. The LLC. And it's a necessary move. Because now, you separate yourself from your business legally. If something goes wrong, the liability stays with the business, not your personal life. That's powerful. But here's where most people get it wrong. They think forming an LLC means they've set themselves up for wealth. They haven't, because an LLC protects you, but it doesn't optimize you. By default, it's a pass-through entity. That means all the profits flow directly to you. And you're taxed on all of it as self-employment income. No strategy, no efficiency, just exposure. So while you've built the walls, your money is still leaking out through the system. And that's where most people stop, thinking they're safe, while quietly losing more than they should every single year. Is your LLC actually helping you or just protecting you? Level 3, the S Corporation, where tax control begins. This is where things start to change, because now you're not just protecting your money, you're controlling how it's taxed. An S Corporation isn't a new business. It's a tax election you apply to your existing structure. And when it's done correctly, it can dramatically reduce how much you pay in self-employment taxes. Here's the shift. Instead of every dollar being taxed the same way, you split your income. Part of it becomes your salary. The rest becomes distributions. And those distributions are not hit with that full self-employment tax. That's where the savings come from. Before, there was a wide-open pipe draining money out in taxes. With an S Corp election, that pipe now has a valve, and that valve controls how much leaks out. Done correctly, this can mean thousands of dollars staying in your pocket every year. But here's the part most people ignore. This only works if you do it right. The IRS expects your salary to be reasonable, not artificially low. If you try to game the system, you increase your audit risk. This isn't a shortcut, it's a strategy, and strategies require discipline. Used correctly, this is where business owners start gaining control. Used wrong, it becomes a problem. Are you saving money or setting yourself up for trouble? What business structure are you currently using or planning to use? Comment below. Level 4, the C Corporation, built for scale, not simplicity. Now we step into a different level. This isn't about small optimization anymore. This is about scale. C corporations are built for companies that want to grow beyond the owner, raise capital, bring in investors, Build something that can operate independently. That's why major companies use this structure. But there's a trade-off, and it's one most people underestimate. Double taxation. The company pays taxes on its profits. And then you pay taxes again when you take money out. For most small business owners, that's a heavy burden. It eats into your margins and slows your growth. So while this structure is powerful, it's not built for where most people are starting. It's built for where they're trying to go. Are you building a job or something that can grow without you? Level 5, the nonprofit. Purpose over profit. Now everything flips. Because this structure isn't about making money, it's about mission. Nonprofits can be tax exempt. They can receive donations. They can create real impact. But here's what most people don't understand. You don't own a nonprofit. You operate it. There are strict rules, strict oversight, and limited personal financial benefit. Trying to build wealth inside a nonprofit is like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. It wasn't designed for that. So, if your goal is income, this isn't the path. But if your goal is impact, it becomes powerful. The mistake is confusing the two. Are you building for money or mission? Level 6, the foundation, where wealth becomes legacy. This is where everything shifts again, because now, it's no longer about building income. It's about controlling where money goes. Foundations are used by those who already have wealth. They allow you to direct money toward causes, while receiving tax advantages. This is where money stops being income and starts becoming legacy. But let's be clear, this isn't for beginners. It's complex. It requires planning, and it only makes sense once you've built something worth protecting. This is where the game changes from earning to preserving. Are you still building wealth or preparing to protect it? Here's the turning point most people miss. You don't choose a business structure once and stick with it forever. You evolve through them. What works at $10,000 won't work at $100,000, and what works at $100,000 will eventually break at $1 million. The biggest mistake isn't choosing wrong in the beginning. It's staying in the wrong structure as your income grows. That's where the real losses happen. That's where taxes quietly increase. That's where your progress slows down. Without you understanding why, because the system you chose early on was never designed for where you're trying to go. Now that you know your business structure controls how much money you keep, you're going to need to know how to move that income into assets that grow without your time. If you don't know this, you can earn more every year and still never build real wealth. The secret is in my next video, where I break down how to turn business income into assets that work for you. You don't want to miss it. See you in our next video.